Gator Bowl, South Carolina, Notre Dame. This one on that Friday, December 30th as well. We've got Notre Dame 2.5 point favorites here, 52 the total. I jumped on South Carolina right away. It's actually one of the first bowl bets I made, and unfortunately now the number is below a field goal. I still think they could win the game outright. South Carolina. Notre Dame's got some personnel issues going into this bowl game. The quarterback who played most of their games down the stretch, Drew Pine, has hit the transfer portal. He's not there anymore. He won't play in this game. And Michael Mayer, of course, as you would expect, this guy's going to have one hell of an NFL career, we think, as a tight end. He's that good. He's opting out. He's not playing in this bowl game. He's getting ready for the draft. So that is quarterback and probably your best weapon, at least in the passing game on offense, not going to play, which means it's going to be Tyler Buckner and Steve Angeli that are going to end up being the quarterback here for Notre Dame in this bowl game. Buckner never impressed me. That's why Drew Pine started those games after the early part of the season, because Buckner didn't show really enough quality. And then Angeli is someone that obviously has very little experience. So there's some opt-out issues for Notre Dame. That's something that would concern me a bit. And as for South Carolina, excitement level to be in a bowl game, I think, is there. I love the way they finished the season down the stretch, including that incredible performance, two incredible performances down the stretch by the South Carolina Gamecocks against Tennessee and Clemson. I mean, what a way to finish your season. What a way to put a capper on an 8-4 regular season if you're Shane Beamer. With just two outstanding performances down the stretch. So this is a team with some big-time momentum. And look, we've ripped on Spencer Rattler and his consistency at times, but he was terrific in those two victories. I mean, talk about saving. Where was that all season? There's been some games I'm like, what the hell? He's playing awful. And then he's ripping apart Tennessee and Clemson defenses the last 2 weeks of the season. Where the hell did all that come from all of a sudden? Why couldn't that have been the Spencer Rattler that we got on a consistent basis all year? But no, I think the money is right in terms of where it's moving. It opened 5 down to 2. It's gone on South Carolina. I agree. I think definitely above a field goal was a great bet, I thought, on South Carolina. I still think it's a good bet now because I think they can win the game outright. What do you think here, Conor? South Carolina, Notre Dame?
I think so too. Just the key for me here is Ritter, like you talked about. I keep remembering all his bad games, even though he was so good. It just seems like a long enough layoff here, he could revert back to that. But I'm not running really to Notre Dame as a favorite. You mentioned quarterback being out. Mayer, I thought, is huge. The only receiver they got the ball to. They'll still be able to run it, and their defense, I think, will be okay in this game. Total's interesting, too. I have nothing on this early on as well. South Carolina moved it so well in those last few games. It went over. But I think this Notre Dame defense could come up to play. So nothing on the total, but I'm right with you here. To me, it's South Carolina or pass right now.
All right. Should be interesting there in that one. And, that one game actually could be an under because Notre Dame, is definitely going to try to, I think, take the air out of the football. South Carolina might as well. And, does the time off throw off the rhythm of the South Carolina offense all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Something you do want to keep in mind.
Real quick, and in Jacksonville, Florida. Yeah. Easy trip for should be South Carolina fans. I mean, of course, Notre Dame fans come anywhere, but, this isn't the bowl game they want to be in.